The Green Book, Part 3, chapter on sports and the stage. The masses who queue to vote for a candidate to represent them in deciding their destiny act on the impossible assumption that this person will represent them and embody on their behalf their dignity, sovereignty, and point of view. However, those masses who are robbed of their will and dignity are reduced to mere spectators, watching another person performing what they should naturally be doing themselves. Notice the parallel he's making now actually between what he said in part 1 about the fake representative democracy versus direct democracy, and there's a parallel in sports as well. So he goes on to say, the same holds true of the crowds who, because of ignorance, fail to practice sports by and for themselves. They are fooled by monopolistic instruments which endeavor to stupefy them and divert them to indulging in laughter and applause. Instead, sports as a social activity must be for the masses, just as power, wealth, and arms should be in the hands of the people. Public sports is for all the masses. It is a right of all people for their health and recreational benefit. It is mere stupidity to leave its benefits to certain individuals and teams who monopolize these while the masses provide the facilities and pay the expenses for the establishment of public sports. The thousands who crowd stadiums to view, applaud, and laugh are foolish people who have failed to carry out the activity themselves. They line up lethargically in the stands of the sports grounds and applaud those heroes who wrest from them the initiative, dominate the field, and control the sports, and in doing so, exploit the facilities that the masses provide. Originally, the public grandstands were designed to demarcate the masses from the playing fields and grounds to prevent the masses from having access to the playing fields. When the masses march and play sports in the center of playing fields and open spaces, stadiums will be vacant and become redundant. This will take place when the masses become aware of the fact that sports is a public activity which must be practiced rather than watched. This is more reasonable as an alternative than the present custom of a helpless, apathetic majority that merely watches. Grandstands will disappear because no one will be there to occupy them. Those who are unable to perform the roles of heroism in life, who are ignorant of the events of history, who fall short of envisaging the future, and who are not serious enough in their own lives, are the trivial people who fill the seats of the theaters and cinemas to watch the events of life in order to learn their course. They are like pupils who occupy school desks because they are uneducated and also initially illiterate. Those who direct the course of life for themselves have no need to watch life working through actors on the stage or in the cinema. Horsemen who hold the reins of their horses likewise have no seat in the grandstands at the race course. If every person has a horse, no one will be there to watch and applaud. The sitting spectators are only those who are too helpless to perform. Because this kind of activity, because they are not horsemen, Bedouin peoples, who are Gaddafi's people, show no interest in theaters and shows because they are very serious and industrious. As they have created a serious life, they ridicule acting. Bedouin societies also do not watch performers, but perform games and take part in joyful ceremonies, because they naturally recognize the need for these activities and practice them spontaneously. And that is why I made this drawing to illustrate the point. These two people were playing sports, but they could also be playing a game together or even enacting a story together. That's why I drew it in a kind of abstract way. All right, thanks. Bye.